Is her brother-in-law an astronomer? Is her brother-in-law an astronomer? It costs too much. It costs too much. Optimism is the belief that leads to success. Optimism is the belief that leads to success. The dog barks at the postman. The dog barks at the postman. The dog is barking. The dog is barking. His computer is very fast. His computer is very fast. Can I sell frequently? Can I sell frequently? A lot. A lot. Can you recommend a good olive oil brand? Can you recommend a good olive oil brand? He will not be a poet often. He will not be a poet often. Now he refuses. Now he refuses. You have to be proud of yourself for success. You have to be proud of yourself for success. They do not match. They do not match. He was writing. He was writing. They watched a movie in the cinema. They watched a movie in the cinema. His half-brother was the assistant cook. His half-brother was the assistant cook. I can't believe I'm awake. I can't believe I'm awake. The manager took the employees to a seminar. The manager took the employees to a seminar. They decide. They decide. I'm going on a trip next month. I'm going on a trip next month. Wait, Tommy. Wait, Tommy. Keep with. Keep with. The legacy of his invention revolutionized the industry. The legacy of his invention revolutionized the industry. Is your neighbor a cameraman? Is your neighbor a cameraman? Tomatoes. Tomatoes. A writer should write as he should breathe. A writer should write as he should breathe. I can't watch horror movies. They scare me. I can't watch horror movies. They scare me. We'll have a barbecue in the backyard. We'll have a barbecue in the backyard. Do for. Do for. You will breastfeed once a month. You will breastfeed once a month. I got it from Pascal. You know, next to the bank. I got it from Pascal. You know, next to the bank. What a great opportunity. What a great opportunity. I closed my eyes and let the sun hit me. I closed my eyes and let the sun hit me. He had his bike painted a different color. He had his bike painted a different color. His computer is faster than mine. His computer is faster than mine. He enjoys playing chess in his spare time. He enjoys playing chess in his spare time. When do you work in the garden? When do you work in the garden? If he studies hard, he will pass the exam. If he studies hard, he will pass the exam. It seems you left me no choice. It seems you left me no choice. You always make me laugh. You always make me laugh. Will I post sooner? Will I post sooner? Shouldn't he go to war? Shouldn't he go to war? I continued to focus on my goals and as a result I achieved them. I continued to focus on my goals and as a result I achieved them. Format. Format. Did we stylist right away? Did we stylist right away? I'm going to the beach next week. I'm going to the beach next week. He won't be inviting soon. He won't be inviting soon. Do you have any siblings? Do you have any siblings? He wouldn't complain. He wouldn't complain. Could you briefly summarize the situation for me? Could you briefly summarize the situation for me? Won't it bother at dawn? Won't it bother at dawn? Are there grandchildren foresters? Are there grandchildren foresters? Your grandfather was a football player. Your grandfather was a football player. I can't interpret. I can't interpret. Before we leave, let's double-check that we have everything. Before we leave, let's double-check that we have everything. He is a hydrologist. He is a hydrologist. We should read it once a year. We should read it once a year. Your stepdad is a designer. Your stepdad is a designer. Our wife was a machinist. Our wife was a machinist. Is it snowing in your city? Is it snowing in your city? How do you say? How do you say? Then I can't. Then I can't. To go past. To go past. Wouldn't they be professors by noon? Wouldn't they be professors by noon? Can you meet at noon? Can you meet at noon? They were discussing the project budget. They were discussing the project budget. There are 11 players on the football team. There are 11 players on the football team. Bought 3 books yesterday. Bought 3 books yesterday. We will be ready according to plan. We will be ready according to plan. Were we not managing? Were we not managing? They want to start their own business. They want to start their own business. He didn't start. He didn't start. Because of this decision, our company's profits increased. Because of this decision, our company's profits increased. They watch TV after dinner. They watch TV after dinner. The company was losing money last year. The company was losing money last year. The children will play football in the park. The children will play football in the park. I will be available after 13. I will be available after 13. They do grocery shopping every week. They do grocery shopping every week. His brother-in-law was a sportscaster. His brother-in-law was a sportscaster. They have finished their project. They have finished their project. I was aware of this problem. I was aware of this problem. His stepdaughter was a golfer. His stepdaughter was a golfer. I'll be giving a presentation in front of the class next month. I'll be giving a presentation in front of the class next month. Every month you won't know. Every month you won't know. What time do you close? What time do you close? He has been playing the guitar since childhood. He has been playing the guitar since childhood. Where do you live? Where do you live? Could not communicate. Could not communicate. My grandmother is an electrician. My grandmother is an electrician. To separate. To separate. I rarely eat chocolate. I rarely eat chocolate. The car driven by the drunk driver caused the accident. The car driven by the drunk driver caused the accident. He ate an apple as a snack. He ate an apple as a snack. They should have fixed the broken glass. They should have fixed the broken glass. Should I rest after 2 weeks? Should I rest after 2 weeks? We clean the house on Saturdays. We clean the house on Saturdays. Not focused soon? Not focused soon? Can you please get your back? Can you please get your back? Why did not you call me? Why did not you call me? They usually have breakfast together. They usually have breakfast together. It was 15 lira. It was 15 lira. I'm going to the gym tonight. I'm going to the gym tonight. They said they will come tomorrow. They said they will come tomorrow. Engineer then? Engineer then? We are going to school. We are going to school. The flowers were picked from the garden. The flowers were picked from the garden. Did our grandfather draw? Did our grandfather draw? Your son is an actor. Your son is an actor. I wish I knew how to cook when I was in college. I wish I knew how to cook when I was in college. I will taste something sweet. I will taste something sweet. How many pillows are on the bed? How many pillows are on the bed? Yearly will not be trusted. Yearly will not be trusted. I lost my keys. I lost my keys. Can't they be lumberjacks in the afternoon? Can't they be lumberjacks in the afternoon? The company's legacy dates back to the 1950s. The company's legacy dates back to the 1950s. Can we visit? Can we visit? Would you warn? Would you warn? I will have sex. I will have sex. Shouldn't I mix? Shouldn't I mix? After 3 seconds, you are not judged. After 3 seconds, you are not judged. He will call you later. He will call you later. He has great talent. He has great talent. He learned to play the piano. He learned to play the piano. Their son is a taxi driver. Their son is a taxi driver. She had her hair cut by a professional stylist. She had her hair cut by a professional stylist. Can't they connect every month? Can't they connect every month? Do not know how. Do not know how. You shouldn't go against your mother. You shouldn't go against your mother. I love taking photos. I love taking photos. We were exercising. We were exercising. The manager took the employees to a seminar. The manager took the employees to a seminar. I need to help you. I need to help you. I don't understand you. I don't understand you. His grandfather is a businessman. His grandfather is a businessman. Weren't we Model 10? Weren't we Model 10? Should they talk? Should they talk? If you want, let's end this meeting. If you want, let's end this meeting. In these weathers, he should not leave the house without wearing his coat. In these weathers, he should not leave the house without wearing his coat. Time has expired. Time has expired. I wish I hadn't lost your phone. I wish I hadn't lost your phone. Time interval. Time interval. Build, grow. Build, grow. He wishes he could travel to space. He wishes he could travel to space. Was produced every day. Was produced every day. The dress is beautiful, it suits you very well. The dress is beautiful, it suits you very well. Was my son a masseuse? Was my son a masseuse? Throttle. Throttle. Not fundraising later? Not fundraising later? He may be late for the meeting. He may be late for the meeting. I wouldn't call. I wouldn't call. John and I are going to the beach. John and I are going to the beach. The city they visited during their vacation was Paris. The city they visited during their vacation was Paris. Do you need to speak a language? Do you need to speak a language? Answer. Answer. We do not have enough information to make a decision. We do not have enough information to make a decision. Have you ridden a rabbit? Have you ridden a rabbit? Is her stepdad a gardener? Is her stepdad a gardener? They are riding bicycles in the park. They are riding bicycles in the park. Should take a weekly break. Should take a weekly break. Where can I find baby care products? Where can I find baby care products? He enjoys watching movies at home. He enjoys watching movies at home. I like beer, but I don't like the taste. I like beer, but I don't like the taste. If I see him, I will forward the message to him. If I see him, I will forward the message to him. Events. Events. Where can I find the snack aisle? Where can I find the snack aisle? It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to get distracted. Mostly. Mostly. Were his cousins congressmen? Were his cousins congressmen? You should explain. You should explain. Thank you always. Thank you always. I had studied mathematics. I had studied mathematics. How gripping. How gripping. My approach to solving this problem is different. My approach to solving this problem is different. You're out of control. You're out of control. Inseparable at sunset. Inseparable at sunset. He is a successful businessman and owner of several companies. He is a successful businessman and owner of several companies. They will renovate their house next summer. They will renovate their house next summer. Was he running for the marathon before he hurt his ankle? Was he running for the marathon before he hurt his ankle? Will they not organize now? Will they not organize now? He didn't do journalism 5 days ago. He didn't do journalism 5 days ago. I can't believe how much time has passed since we last saw each other. I can't believe how much time has passed since we last saw each other. I don't notice anything special about the way things are going right now. I don't notice anything special about the way things are going right now. Can you lend me a pen? Can you lend me a pen? I like ice cream. I like ice cream. He would go to bed after 3 years. He would go to bed after 3 years. Late. Late. Can I use my smart card for contactless payments? Can I use my smart card for contactless payments? Aware of the decision. Aware of the decision. We will not improve on a weekly basis. We will not improve on a weekly basis. We walked all over the city to see famous places. We walked all over the city to see famous places. They like to watch movies on weekends. They like to watch movies on weekends. Repeatedly. Repeatedly. Will he not create? Will he not create? I can go home. I can go home. Students will study for the final exams. Students will study for the final exams. Could be an engineer. Could be an engineer. He will be working on a new painting all week. He will be working on a new painting all week. My sister was driving the car. My sister was driving the car. I have a food allergy. I have a food allergy. No one is coming. No one is coming. To present. To present. We have lived in this city for 5 years. We have lived in this city for 5 years. If he got a scholarship, he would study abroad. If he got a scholarship, he would study abroad. Shall I make you a latte or cappuccino? Shall I make you a latte or cappuccino? The exam was very difficult for most students. The exam was very difficult for most students. He always orders burgers and fries at the restaurant. He always orders burgers and fries at the restaurant. My stomach hurts. My stomach hurts. The train arrived at the station on time. The train arrived at the station on time. I hope you get well soon. I hope you get well soon. If yes, have you had any problems with it? If yes, have you had any problems with it? Have you ever been to a Broadway show before last night? Have you ever been to a Broadway show before last night? Those movies were some of the greatest of all time. Those movies were some of the greatest of all time. Do you have gluten-free bread? Do you have gluten-free bread? Can you share your screen? Can you share your screen? Wasn't he a lumberjack 2 years ago? Wasn't he a lumberjack 2 years ago? Just a second. Just a second. If you have any questions, you can reach me or the team. If you have any questions, you can reach me or the team. My friend told me, I plan to travel the world. My friend told me, I plan to travel the world. I will go to the store tomorrow. I will go to the store tomorrow. Pushing 10 years. Pushing 10 years. The legacy of his leadership inspired his team. The legacy of his leadership inspired his team. Wasn't I 3 games in the morning before? Wasn't I 3 games in the morning before? I closed my eyes and let the sun hit me. I closed my eyes and let the sun hit me. Shouldn't he go every week? Shouldn't he go every week? Didn't I become a scientist? Didn't I become a scientist? We usually have dinner at home. We usually have dinner at home. What is your flight arrival time? What is your flight arrival time? Should I be a detective now? Should I be a detective now? The shop opens at exactly 10 a.m. The shop opens at exactly 10 a.m. Who do you love most in your family? Who do you love most in your family? Could you please correct this document before sending it? Could you please correct this document before sending it? I was in bed after 4 weeks. I was in bed after 4 weeks. You were rude. You were rude. When we got to the arena, the concert had already started. When we got to the arena, the concert had already started. Could you pass me a pen, please? Could you pass me a pen, please? Aren't we going to be chemists in a week? Aren't we going to be chemists in a week? The students studied hard for the exam and were relieved when they got good grades. The students studied hard for the exam and were relieved when they got good grades. Sentences. Sentences. Tommy thinks with his brain and John thinks with his heart. Tommy thinks with his brain and John thinks with his heart. You didn't fly. You didn't fly. Have you ever had a ready meal? Have you ever had a ready meal? They wouldn't do real estate right away. They wouldn't do real estate right away. Could you please lie on the bed? Could you please lie on the bed? This white phone is bigger than the blue phone. This white phone is bigger than the blue phone. Was I set? Was I set? Who is our friend? Who is our friend? Do you like football? Do you like football? Ability. Ability. It should connect after a minute. It should connect after a minute. I like to drink coffee in the morning. I like to drink coffee in the morning.